Welcome, everybody, to Fightful Fight Night. It is UFC 271, Adesanya versus Whittaker 2 for the middleweight championship. But first, we have Tai Tuivasa and Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis in his hometown of Houston, Texas. This is a good one at heavyweight. Romeo and Rob with me today. Romeo, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me on this watch-along.
Absolutely. Rob, how you doing, man?
I'm good. If WWE is not going to send Veer, they need to send him to the UFC. So one of those needs to happen. But I'm doing good.
Good deal. So as people start trickling in for the show, I want to get predictions right here on the record. We have Tuivasa about to enter the octagon, and Lewis will come out next. I'm assuming Derek Lewis will come out to Pop's Drop by Fat Pat, because he usually comes out to that, and that's like a big Houston song. So very cool entrance. Romeo, who you got in this fight officially, Tuivasa or Lewis?
Lewis by knockout, round 2.
Round 2 knockout by Lewis for Romeo. What about you, Rob?
Lewis, first round.
Lewis, first round. Okay. I'm going Tuivasa first round.
Oh,
I'm going to say he gets the big upset tonight. There's a lot on the line. I think the winner of this fight could very well fight for the heavyweight title next. It depends on what happens with John Jones, Stipe Miocic, and of course Francis Ngannou. But Jones and Miocic, like, who knows? And then Ngannou's still like a who knows right now. So I think one of these two guys could very well fight for the title next.
Well, they got to be doing another interim title, right?
Probably. That'll probably be. Yeah, unless they can figure things out with Ngannou like really fast somehow and like get him back in there. But that's just kind of wishful thinking right now, probably. But we have seen Lewis and Ngannou fight each other before. The fight was universally panned, because it was so boring. But I would like to see a rematch still. Like, hopefully we could get a better fight between those two. Was that something you guys would want to see a rematch with Lewis and Ngannou if Lewis wins it?
Bad.
I know.
Oh man, it has to be better the second time around.
It can't get any worse. So
exactly.
We're gonna do it, but damn, please do better.
Good time to remind y'all, we obviously accept super chats here. If you guys want to send any, we will make sure to put them up on the screen and we'll answer your questions, read out your predictions, read out your statements, all that good stuff. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button too and subscribe if you haven't already. Derek Lewis is walking to the octagon right now, coming out to Fat Pat, as I had predicted. So the crowd is going pretty nuts. This is going to be a big fight. Ricardo L. Edelohausen with a super chat says Lewis round 1. So we got another Derek Lewis prediction in the chat.
Let's go.
I definitely think Lewis is the favorite, like, for sure. Like, if I had to like put money down on this fight for who do I think is most likely to win, it would be Derek Lewis. I just have this feeling that either guy could finish the other with the power that they have, and Tuivasa is a little faster. And like, if Tuivasa can land early, I think he could do it. But otherwise, I think Lewis, he's got the edge and experience and the bigger wins over bigger opponents and all that stuff. So like, it's hard to bet against Lewis here, especially in Houston.
I've got an 8-leg parlay. Gamble responsibly, by the way, folks.
Yes.
$5 into 200 if Lewis and Israel can finish the deal. Come on, baby.
Yeah, you have a lot more writing on this than I do. So I do hope I do hope that you do well here. Oh, we got another one joining us here. Doug, what's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Hey, Doug.
What's up, guys?
Nothing much, man.
We got Lewis about to enter the octagon. Doug, who's your official prediction here, Lewis or Tuivasa?
Lewis.
Yeah, we got a round and a method.
I think it's going to be pretty early, honestly, because if you're going to stand with him, it's either he's going out or Ty's going out, and I think he could go. I just think Lewis has more power.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all like on the same page. Like, someone's getting knocked out here. It's probably more likely that Lewis gets the knockout here, but I just think that Tuivasa has the ability to do it. And like, this is a big chance for him because like, he's super marketable with the shoey and all that stuff. He's a really likable guy. And he's never fought for the title before. So like a win over Lewis really propels him into like potential contender, which would be something, fresh at heavyweight. But
2 real fan favorites and 2 of the top personalities in the UFC right now.
yeah.
Well,
and we were talking about
Ty,
it.
I mean, he's getting cheered in Houston right now, and that's that's Derek Lewis country. So that just shows you. But as you can see, Houston loves fighters, man. I mean, like Tony Ferguson got a huge ovation when he was there, and then you see Bobby Green really over. Like, if you're a real fighter, they're going to cheer for you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, Chivas is just.
It hurts my heart not being there.
Yeah, I was surprised that you didn't. I was almost expecting you last minute to say that you were going to the event.
Yeah, just like 350, 362 for decent seats, like 185 for like upper deck. And even then, like you're talking after fees and everything, you're probably looking at like 215. Just couldn't do it.
Yeah, understandable. There's people doing shoeies in the crowd already. They're
Gross.
showing when the fight starts. I'll pause mine once I know that yours are going as well, and we'll make sure that like we're all synced up. And then we'll let y'all know, of course, that are watching along, so that y'all can hopefully get as synced up as you can. There's obviously always going to be a little bit of a delay, but we try to get it as close as we can to make it the best viewing experience as a watch along. What's up, SP3? Welcome to the chat. Always good to see you, man. Joel Pearl in the house. Ricardo Lohausen already with the super chat. Talon Bolin in the chat. We see all y'all. If you want to send a super chat, make sure to send it our way, and we'll make sure to address it and put it up on the screen. And make sure to subscribe to FightfulSelect.com while these fights are about to start. Fightful Select, Weekender, Sour Grapes, Sour Graps. Bunch of good stuff over there at FightfulSelect.com. The fight's about to start on my end. Give me a heads up when y'all's are getting going.
Okay.
Derek Lewis is just getting introduced for me.
Okay. So I'll once I know that your fights are starting, I'll tell you where I'll stop mine and tell you where I'm stopped at.
Okay. They're just introducing the ref for me.
Jay Shell, welcome to the chat. Says happy to see Romeo again. As are we. Always happy to have Romeo here for fight night.
What's up? So mine's
all right, where you at, Steven?
It is.
I'm at 418, but I'm going to wait a second.
449.
Okay.
I'm at 450.
Yeah, I'm about with those guys.
Okay, I'm going to stop mine at 4 on the dot, okay?
4 on the dot? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm at 40.
Bill, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Let us know your predictions in the chat too. Super chats will make sure to address any other comments. We'll keep an eye out right now. You got Chiavas, you got Lewis. And if you have an extra prediction of the method in the round, we'd like to see that as well.
I'm at 15.
Okay.
I paused it at 4.
All right, I'm at 4.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4.
Okay, cool. So we're all roughly around the same spot here, right around 3 minutes and 50 seconds on my screen here. Yeah, more people saying Lewis. And right now Chivas has got Lewis just up against the cage.
He looks faster, honestly, and he looks way more active when he was striking. He was going for leg kicks, and Derek was just kind of standing there, and Ty's been more aggressive.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's the best chance for success for Tuivasa is just to be active and stay in his face and just try to be the first one to land something big. Because Lewis also does tend to like sometimes he just kind of stands around in circles and just, he'll eventually pick his spot. And if he lands, it could be game over. But if not, he's just kind of standing around, walking backwards a lot.
Derek switched stances to throw that kick. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, he's standing.
Oh! All right, now he has him up against the cage.
Yeah. Lewis working some knees to the body. Tuivasa up against the cage. Got another super chat. Thank you, Talon. Says Lewis in the first with a KO and Izzy in the third with a KO. Okay. Got Lewis and Izzy tonight. Two very popular fighters. Tuivasa landed a nice elbow with his back against the cage and then spun around and put Lewis against the cage. Another elbow.
Oh, takedown.
Okay, I'm a couple seconds behind you, Doug. But I just saw the takedown.
All right, I'm going to stop for a second. Okay, you should be good now.
Perfect.
Oh, big bombs. Big bombs.
Yeah, he's landing.
Oh.
Big right hands on Tuivasa. Tuivasa stands up and starts swinging. There's what? Oh, man.
Man, he ate those shots and is still there.
Yeah, Tuivasa just, I mean, Lewis just unloaded on him and he survived it and got up. That's pretty damn impressive. I mean, he's probably still half out of it on his feet right now, but he's at least holding Lewis against the cage. I'm worried. I have like all this extra vested interest in Romeo right now, knowing what his parlay is, that I'm like, as much as I want Tuivasa to win for my own stuff.
Who's the parlay?
Oh, I had like an 8-leg parlay, so it's like $5 into 200 if Lewis and Israel can win.
Okay. So the 6 so far have worked out. You're just down to the final 2?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's impressive. That's hard to do for the UFC with how unpredictable these fights can be.
Tell me about it. Look at my DraftKings.
I haven't. Yeah, mine. I think I'm doing okay on, but I doubt I'll win.
Brunson did me in, and he was doing well, and then all of a sudden it just like the gas was gone.
Yeah, something happened there. I think Cannonier might have landed like a hook or a uppercut or something like early in the second round. Too. Yeah, he got him with that backhand. That was nasty.
I loved his post fight. He's like, I turned blonde Brunson into blood Brunson.
We got the end of the
I was
round
like,
there.
Did he break his rib or something? Because it was like he all of a sudden didn't want to go for takedowns. He didn't want to do anything.
Doug, would you mind pausing yours for like 3 seconds? I can't believe how. I mean, that he landed clean on Tuivasa a couple of those times. He did kind of glance him a couple.
So do you give Lewis that round?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mainly because of that flurry on the ground.
And the takedown.
Yeah, for sure. Tuivasa is still in this, though.
Oh, for sure.
Man.
He just took his best shots.
Yeah. That's got to be a pretty big confidence boost he did take some of his best shots. Yeah, the Brunson fight was weird, though, like we were saying. It was like he got hit with something early in the second or something happened to where he was just kind of like a zombie out there. And he was throwing like really bad takedown attempts, like just kind of all over the place.
Like after the first round, it looked like he was going to win the fight. Like it was just like going his way, and he was kind of surprising people by how well he could take him down. And then like midway through the second round, he was just done.
Yeah. So for those of you watching, I am at 4:35 of the second round. Try to get as close to sync as that. Cyclops is better than Wolverine. Says I'm so high and drunk. It took me a while to recognize Steven. Yeah, people have been saying that all week as I shaved. It's pretty funny. Lewis has landed some good. Oh, he's got Tuivasa in trouble.
Man, he needs to break away and just start swinging on him. Forget the clinch.
Yeah. Man,
I'm
imagine if Lewis like.
Where are you at, Steven?
Yeah, I'm like right there. That's perfect.
Okay, cool.
It'd be amazing if Lewis like trained, like for real. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing. He obviously takes it, you know.
Okay.
Chiavas, no.
Went for a takedown and almost got in a.
Lewis is throwing bombs. Went for a knee and he's just swarming. But Chiavas an elbow's back. That elbow hurt Lewis. I don't know how bad.
Oh, that hurt him.
Yeah. Oh, a nice right by Chiavasa.
Oh.
Okay. This is the fight that people wanted. Oh, Lewis is done.
Oh, he's out. Chiavasa with an elbow to the dome. Was that an elbow or right? That was an elbow, wasn't it? Yeah, that was.
And there goes Romeo's parlay.
Oh, Romeo, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry for you.
Awful.
But what a knockout. What a knockout.
No one's ever done that to Derek Lewis.
Dude, you got to give Chiavasa a title shot. You got to. He's about to do a shoey, and Twitter's about to blow up.
It's Jones and Stipe. They're going to do it.
Do you think they're going to actually get that done? I just kind of given up until like something is official on those guys.
Because the problem
either way,
if it's not Jones, it's Stipe and Ty. Like that.
Yeah, but also you got to get what just happened with Rob? I think he might have. I don't know if Rob did that on purpose. We'll figure out what's going on with Rob, but either way, they got to figure out what's going on with Ngannou too throughout all this.
He's out for 9 months. His injury is bad. Like he's
so are they going to try to do an interim with Jones and
100%?
But either way, Chiavasa's probably got next on one of these guys because Lewis is the only guy that isn't one of those guys. It's in that echelon at heavyweight.
Look at this replay.
What an incredible knockout. What a great moment for Tai Tuivasa. Has he not chugged a shoey yet? Because the camera is not on him at this moment. Like,
oh, he's waiting until he gets interviewed.
Yeah, true.
Man. And I don't even think that elbow was what, like, yeah, that's what put him away. But Derek was hurt pretty bad before that. Like, that was just the finishing touch, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man,
look at Trey the Truth. He's devastated.
Town with the super chat says, "Well, damn." There you go. I was the only one in this stream that chose Chiavasa.
Good call.
Not only just here, but anyone I saw in the chat as well. I think I'm the only person in this whole room that actually believed in this guy.
Yep.
I didn't expect him to be able to take Derek's punches like that. That I underestimated.
He's just kind of putting it all together right now. Like, that power, man. And he didn't get tired either in this one. So.
Cardona just won Cardona won the NWA title.
Did he?
Yep.
Wow. So was that actually airing anywhere?
That I don't know. I just saw the tweet go through.
Okay. Well, good for him. Because, I don't think that was televised. Like, me and Jeremy were looking for it earlier this week. Chiavas is getting interviewed by Daniel Cormier right now. See what he's got to say.
Hide your shoes.
Yeah, hide your shoes. Is that what you said? That took a second for me to. He just takes Cormier's shoes off. Yeah, the replay of that elbow. Lewis's eyes get real big. He didn't know it hit him. Oh, and he saw it happening too. He watched the whole thing. He was definitely hurt, like you said, Doug. He was definitely hurt right before that.
Yeah.
Wow. And the crowd's cheering for Tuivasa. He's cutting a promo and
it's too big of a fan favorite.
Cormier's Cormier asked who he wanted to fight, and he just said like whoever, wherever. But he should have called out for the champion. But either way, let's see him drink some beer. It's a big part of this. But wow, Tai Tuivasa with the W. Awesome.
Oh, don't taunt me,
He was plus
DraftKings.
225.
You're taunting me.
You came really close last pay-per-view too, didn't you?
I just went crazy last pay-per-view with the Ngannou to win late.
There's your shoey.
Uh-oh.
Yep. That guy brought Drink West shoes. This guy was like set up and ready for these shoes.
Oh, the guy wants to do it with him.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Respect. This other fan is like kissing him and really marking out.
What a disgusting and terrifying human being.
I remember, I can't remember what show it was. It must have been McGregor and Poirier, one of their fights, because I remember Tuivasa doing a shoey and someone had like loaded it with Dustin Poirier's hot sauce. So he like reacted all weird to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't trust these
Like
fans.
he's willing to do it, but like that hot sauce one really made him like disgusted.
Yeah.
So you can only
He did
imagine.
another one.
He took it like a champ.
Yep.
Another shoe. Wait, is the guy behind him? That's like a YouTube guy. You know who that is? Steve will do it, my brother said. Oh, okay, yeah. Pretty sure he's in. Dana's been hanging out with like all these YouTubers lately, but like won't let Jake Paul fight in the UFC. It's kind of weird.
Did you hear the fighter after
Probably
his fight earlier? Practically begging for a bonus money. It's
Wait,
like,
say that again, Romeo?
the Brazilian who was on the main card after his fight, he was like basically begging for money, like begging for a bonus.
Oh, I missed it. Was
I
it?
thought about it.
He wanted.
Like
He
that.
wanted it. He even said in the post-fight presser that he wants it so he can help his mom get a new wheelchair.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus.
Oh, wow.
I was like, ugh.
Wait, was this on the prelims?
No, this was
Yeah.
what was it?
Makano was the
Yeah,
one that wanted
yeah,
the
that
money.
guy.
Like he was the one that was
after
begging
he
for
beat
money.
Hernandez, gotcha.
But the
was a
one
good
guy that
performance, man.
won, the one guy that won earlier in the prelims, he was up there. I don't remember his name, but yeah, he was begging for it.
So we're chilling now. We got Adesanya and Whittaker up next. We'll probably get some sort of video package, and then the entrances. Another reminder: you send super chats, so make sure to read them out. Make sure to put them on the screen, and we'll answer your questions. Read out your fight predictions. Let us know who you think's going to win between Adesanya and Whittaker in this big rematch for the middleweight championship. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. Speaking of video packages, I saw your tweet, Doug, about the Masvidal and Poirier. Or sorry,
Colby.
Masvidal and Covington. I'm just talking about Poirier.
Yep.
Masvidal and Covington.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, especially for a non-title, pay-per-view main event and everything. Like there's gonna be enough hype behind this that like this is gonna be. We'll be here for fight night for that too.
If you're trying to get a pro wrestling fan to watch UFC, like have them watch that countdown and then have them order the pay-per-view, they'll be hooked after that.
American top team explodes.
Yes.
Can they
exactly.
coexist?
Yeah, that was great with like the footage of them in each other's corners and stuff, and like hugging
Yep.
after fights and training together
Yep.
and the whole
Yeah.
thing. And then
I like how they say they kick Colby out and it shows him like packing his bags, like old
Yeah.
school thing, but it's not actually that. But I thought it was funny.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll
Real
put
quick
the-
about this fight, I don't think that there's going to be another fighter that has a chance to dethrone Izzy than Robert Whittaker. Like if this doesn't happen, then he's going to be the guy for a very long time. People are really sleeping on Robert Whittaker, but I mean, Izzy is Izzy, right? But I think this fight is way closer than what people want to acknowledge.
I mean, I think he'll undoubtedly do better than the first fight. Like this will be an actual fight, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has the best chance of anyone in the division to beat Adesanya. Cannonier's interesting just because of his power, and he's the only one who hasn't fought Izzy, and that's like in the mix. But
I think Izzy
Whittaker
lights him
beat
up.
Cannonier. I mean, I would say Whittaker. I don't like doing MMA math, but like Whittaker beat Cannonier and stuff. And if Adesanya beats Whittaker again a second time, especially.
I mean, what's
that's where
crazy
he's
is like
at
in
now.
the last 10 fights at middleweight, like Izzy's undefeated. In the last 10 fights of Robert Whittaker at middleweight, he's only lost one fight. So
just to Izzy.
I mean, this is even as it's gonna get.
Israel all the way up to minus 300.
Really?
Yeah. Robert Whittaker's a live dog, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're pretty much like they have both collectively cleaned out the entire division. Like there really isn't anybody between those two guys that they haven't beat every one of them.
Like, you know how they were saying like John Jones has cleaned out the division, blah, blah. Like Izzy's about to seriously clean out the entire division. There's not going to be anything left.
It's
John
like
Jones,
Moreno and Figueiredo. It's like
yeah. John Jones had a lot of clear contenders when he left, but like Izzy will have like almost nothing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is a good example, but like he's already just running back rematches over and over. And the one guy they want him to fight was Darren Till, but like Till hasn't won the fights to get the title shots. So
I want to see Cannonier and Strickland still, because I think that they're both not that clear number one contender, in my opinion, and they both have a argument to be the number one contender. I just like to see him fight it out, and then Izzy fight him, the winner.
I like that.
But Izzy could just fight both of them and beat them. Easy pay-per-view money. I mean, if I'm Whittaker, I've been practicing wrestling my entire camp, in my opinion, if he wants to really have a shot at this thing, because just standing with him is not going to work.
Yeah, it's probably the best. Shot he's got. And
at least just make him worried about the takedown.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going Roy Jones here.
Yeah, this is actually Roy Jones's music. Like not like just his walkout music. Like this, he's performing this song, right?
He's performed it, yeah. This is.
Well, I mean, this is like his actual music. Like this isn't like the music he uses for entrances. It's like actually his music.
100%. Roy Jones, body headbangers.
All right, $10 on Israel to win by KO. Screw it.
Yeah, you just lock that in?
Yeah.
Yeah, my official prediction is also Israel Adesanya. So Romeo's got Izzy. I've got Izzy. Rob, your official prediction? Izzy. Doug?
I've got Izzy, but I'm getting some Juliana Pena vibes here. I've got some Juliana Pena vibes here.
Yeah. I'll never forget that. Dude, wow. You were the only person in the world. You didn't pick her, to be fair, but you're the only one who gave her like a 40% chance of winning that fight when
I know, Fred, you're like, what do you got, like 2%? And you're like, 40? I'm like, yeah, 40.
What's up, Sean?
How's it going, guys? Just watched Tuivasa and Derek Lewis. It was pretty wild. I watched Derek Lewis get knocked stiff. Wasn't expecting that, but you know what? If you want to get stiff and expect it, you can use our friends over at BlueChew.com and use that code Fightful. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Look at that. Let's look at the face of Blue Chew right there. Rob Wilkins and Doug, because he's the crafty veteran. I gotta bring him in there too. Ships discreetly straight to your door. You take the online questionnaire, and if you qualify, you don't have to wait in line at the doctor's office or the pharmacy or any of that stuff. It's not about having a problem. It's about getting that performance, and Blue Chew will make sure you have that performance. Make sure you have that confidence. Man, I watched Jared Cannonier basically threaten to leg kick a child for not believing he was going to face Anderson Silva at one time. That's confidence. That's confidence. You want that kind of confidence, and BlueChew.com and the code Fightful get you there. Just pay $5 shipping, and you can get your first shipment of Blue Chew for free. Man, go into the championship rounds. Do you guys remember the comeback that Robert Whittaker mounted against Yoel Romero? It was like out of a movie on one leg. Well, let me tell you, buddies, your third leg will be active for the championship rounds when you use Blue Chew and that code Fightful. We appreciate you, Blue Chew.
Call it tripod.
There you go. But really, code Fightful, not tripod. Somebody might have tripod registered.
And we got Whittaker in the octagon, so that was perfect timing. Adesanya's about to come out. Sean, who you got in this matchup? We got everyone else's predictions so far. You got Adesanya or Whittaker?
I have Adesanya.
Adesanya. So across the board, we all have Adesanya. Let us know in the chat. Super chats, as always, make sure to put on the screen, and we'll also answer them, read them out, all that good stuff. Let us know who you think is going to win this fight. It's pretty heavy on Adesanya right now. I was the only one in the whole chat that had Chiavasa in the co-main. So,
yeah.
Well,
so I'm interested in Whittaker's change of approach specifically for this match as they make their way to the cage. But for so much of Whittaker's career, he fought with one hand up, one hand low. And that's a style I saw like guys like Gerald Harris use all the time, which is funny because Gerald Harris is such a good wrestler. He didn't really have to stuff a lot of takedowns. But Whittaker wasn't known for his wrestling. And he would often use that with one hand up, one hand lower in order to get those underhooks in effectively when people would shoot on him. Adesanya is probably not going to shoot that many takedowns on him. So I wonder what kind of adjustments that he's made.
Do y'all see it going the distance?
I don't know. I think Adesanya finishes him again. I just don't think it's like as completely one-sided as the first one. Maybe like the third round.
Yeah.
Super chat from Talon. Thank you very much again, Talon. Says sticking with Izzy in the third. I think he's got it locked for sure. So Talon stands strong with Adesanya.
It's wild to think because Whittaker's title loss was 2.5 years ago, but he's younger than Adesanya, which is it's mind-boggling to even think.
Wow.
Also, is Matt Cardona winning the NWA World Championship tonight? Good move by NWA.
Absolutely. Myself and Jeremy talked about that quite a bit on the Spotlight on Thursday. I'll talk about it on the Weekender. Got a lot of NWA talk to do.
Excited for that.
They got to do something to. I mean, that was smart. Like Cardona's got a lot of buzz, and he can bring that title to all these other companies he's working with. Like, there's a lot they can do with him as the champion. I think that's definitely the right move.
The champ now.
Yeah, I mean, like the champ. If you count the AIW titles he has, he's got like 5 belts now.
Yeah.
He beat Wes
He's
Clark
be the belt
last
collector.
night. Yeah. Watched Brian Myers versus Joshua Bishop last night. That was a really good match. I'd recommend for everyone. Bishop's the man.
Here we go. We got the tail of the tape. Where are you at on this?
So
Steven?
we'll probably be about a minute behind you. I'll give you a heads up once the fight starts. We all synced up right around.
What I'm going to do is when the tail of the tape goes away, I'll unpause. Basically, when Bruce Buffer,
tell you when we see that.
Yeah. Let me know that way. That way, when Bruce Buffer pops up, the tail of the tape goes away. Let me know.
Okay, cool. So tail of tape's about to go up. We're looking at the graphic. Talking about all right now. Yep.
All right, here we go.
Awesome. Were you guys about where I was at with that too?
Yep.
On your stream?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Man, I'm pumped for this. This is truly like Whittaker I mean, he worked his way back up to the title shot. He probably could have got it like
3
immediately
wins,
anyway. Yeah, and yeah, 3 quality wins. Like that's this is the true number 1 versus number 2 right here.
Yeah. They were saying that ever since he's lost the fight to Izzy, he's been the number 1 contender the whole time. So very rarely do you see that.
Yeah. And good wins too, right? Like Gastelum, Cannoneer, and Till, I think were the 3.
Yeah.
3 really great opponents.
Yeah. And I remember the first stream I ever did with Fightful, I think in any capacity, was with you, Sean, for Till versus Woodley years ago.
Oh,
yeah, when Woodley submitted Darren Till for the title.
Wait, Tyron Woodley won fights?
Yeah, dude, Tyron Woodley. I mean, I always like to take the opportunity to talk about Tyron Woodley if I can, but I like how he's responded to the Jake Paul stuff though, because now Jake and him seem to be friends because of the way he kind of handled the whole thing.
He should be. Jake Paul made him a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
Some thank you cards.
Payday.
Yeah, now he's like, I think he's gonna like sign like with him basically, like be like a fighter on all of his cards.
Man.
I see he's gonna be like one of the trainers on his payroll.
They're introducing Whittaker right now.
Yep.
Oh. Whittaker looks super focused.
I heard a lot of boos.
Yeah, Adesanya is super popular.
I should probably turn on the volume.
And Adesanya just got a new contract too. He's apparently getting paid way better now than like almost any fighter. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Do you have any idea what per fight? I saw like a pretty wide range of like speculation on like.
No, I'm so far out of the loop.
I believe it's in the millions, like maybe 2 to 4 or something in that range.
He's trying to make that Andrei Arlovsky money.
Dude, shout out to Andrei Arlovsky. Got another W tonight.
So I actually like it that there's a lot of potential at heavyweight, obviously, between, who knows what Gon will do and John Jones and Miocic and all that and Tuivasa. But like, listen, if they threw Arlovsky in an interim title match, I would not be angry just for the banter. Just for the banter, that's all.
Dude, if we can live in a world
he's gonna get that Glover Teixeira run.
I was about to say, if we can live in a world where Glover Teixeira is a champion in 2022, then like Andrei Arlovsky might be able to do it also.
Ice cold Izzy, not tapping gloves.
We're a few seconds behind.
Arlovsky, Arlovsky takes punches so much better now too. It's so weird.
Yeah. He just fights a lot smarter now. Like, just doesn't take a lot of damage. Kind of feeling each other out in the center of the octagon. Yeah, the thing with Arlovsky is they keep giving him people that they think are going to be like that person to make a name off of beating him, and then he just keeps beating all those people.
And he keeps beating them in like decisions.
Yeah. Both guys have gone for some leg kicks already. Haven't really landed any, but kind of figuring out their range. Let us know in the chat. Keep it coming as far as who do you think is going to win this fight. I don't know if I've seen anyone say Whittaker.
Yeah, everybody seems to think Adesanya. And I mean, quite frankly, how a lot of MMA fans are. They're front runners. So I thought a lot of people would lose faith in Adesanya after he got beat by Blachowicz. But I'm glad to see that they didn't. And he kind of proved they shouldn't as well.
Yeah, I think most are just riding it off that he doesn't belong at 205 just yet. And at 185, he's a dominant monster, and that's where he's
a big
at
gap.
Right now.
That's such a huge gap.
Because you're really facing a guy that's 220, 225, possibly 230. I mean, big difference.
He tried it. Shout out to him for trying it. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
He's going to do it again. He for sure will do it again.
Yeah. I still think it's possible at some point him and Jones fight at heavyweight, but it'll be like years from now if they're both still
Right.
like active. Jones is just such a question mark, like what he's gonna do and
I
how
wonder
wild
if he'll ever fight again. Like it's just
Yeah.
so wild, man.
And then even if he does sign to fight, who's to say he's not going to get in trouble between that time? You just never know with that guy.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So for those of you watching at home, 2:30 of the first round is where we're at. If you want to try to get as synced as you can to us.
And if you want to sync your penis up with your sexual drive, use bluechew.com and the code FIGHTFUL. Whether it's 1 round, 2 rounds, or you're going the championship rounds, bluechew.com and the code FIGHTFUL will give you that confidence for a championship performance. Maybe you're jumping up a weight class and you're not that confident in what lies in front of you. Well, Blue Chew takes care of things for you. You're jumping down weight classes and you're just emaciated.
Oh,
Whoa,
body shot from
wow.
Adesanya.
whoa.
Briefly dropped Whittaker. Got right up. But I could pop up the stats. I don't know. Would it look all right with the stats and like all 5 of our screens on
Yeah,
here?
sure. I mean, why not?
Yeah, let me pull that up. I'm always so scared because the actual stream is also like ESPN. So like,
Of course,
I'm making
of
sure I'm not
course.
showing the footage.
Flirting with danger.
Yeah, right. I'm so nervous doing this. All right, so here we go.
Takedowns.
Fight Center. Okay, cool. So y'all at home should be able to see the at least kind of the stats and what's going on, since we can't show the actual fight footage, of course.
Izzy's picking Whittaker apart so far.
Another super chat. Thank you very much, Ricardo. Says, Izzy giving me Tong Po vibes from Kickboxer.
Nice.
Thank you very much for the super chat, Ricardo. Always appreciate you.
Yeah, guys, get in your super chats to get your question or statement read on the air. I'll check and see if for some reason we have any Humper chats as well. But if you go over to humperchats.com, you can get those in.
At the end of the first round.
End of the round.
So how would y'all score that? Start with you, Romeo.
Izzy.
Easy. Sean?
Pretty clear round for Izzy, I think.
Yeah,
Easy.
Rob, same.
Easy.
Doug?
Yeah, pretty. I mean, it's night and day, honestly. Just he's picking them apart.
So, yeah, just for the record, we got it all. We're all on the same page. We all got Izzy, round 1.
I feel like Whittaker's going to have to turn this into a dogfight.
What do you think he can do? Do you think he needs to try to take down Adesanya? Or, like...
I just think he needs to make it more aggressive, clinching, takedowns, just trying to close the distance. If Izzy just has the distance, he's just going to pick him apart. He's got to close the distance.
Cormier is saying how discouraged Whittaker looked, like walking back to his corner.
I agree.
Oh,
Body
knocked
language is not there.
I mean, and Whittaker does have a clear susceptibility in his legs. We saw that in the Romero fight. I mean, even once he got it hurt, but Adesanya has the tools to go after those legs.
Nice jabs from Adesanya. Nice combo. Whittaker was real off balance.
He's so fun to watch, Adesanya.
Yeah.
High level.
Yeah, absolutely. Whittaker is like kind of like jumping around and throwing these jabs.
Oh, he hit him there. It's kind of like the Kevin Gastelum fight, though, right? Like you just kind of have to go right after him. Otherwise, if you're just going to stand there in distance, he's just going to pick you apart.
Yep.
Yeah.
With any number of tools, whether it be his long jab or the low calf kicks. And then even if you get a little bit closer and try to get in a striking range, he's going to attack your thighs.
Yep.
That's why it's a style bender.
Yeah, Whittaker was like
nice counter uppercut.
Yeah, Whittaker was like head down, like throwing like wild jabs and just got nailed.
He's going for it. I'll give Whittaker that. I mean, he's throwing a bit of everything he can.
Ooh, he landed there. I mean, Whittaker, this is what he needs to do probably. Just like rush in like that. Just he might get hit on the way in, but
yeah, he's not going to win this at range. So I mean, even though he's not finding a ton of success, he's finding more success, which I guess is promising for him.
Now he's just going for a takedown. Got a takedown.
There you go.
His jab's finding a home too every now and then.
Yeah,
That's a nice takedown.
he's throwing a lot of those like double jabs. It is Adesanya back up to his feet, but against the cage. Whittaker needs to make this break count. If like this gets broken up, like land something on the way out.
But just by getting a takedown, it's going to make Izzy a little bit more worried about getting taken down, so that could open him up a little bit.
Very true.
When did the first fight end? Which round?
What's that? Oh, the Tuivasa fight?
No, the Whittaker and Izzy first fight. When did it end?
The second, I want to say.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I could be
thought it
wrong.
was the second too.
We just double check that. It was yes, round 2. 3:33 of round 2.
All right.
He survived that.
Yes, he's made it farther than the first fight.
The little things matter.
Yes. Small victories.
Right.
Confidence.
Baby steps.
I mean, who knows, man? What we saw earlier with Derek Brunson and Jared Cannonier, like, what a turnaround.
Crazy.
That was nuts.
I think Brunson was saying he's going to retire after one more fight either way. So
yeah, he might finish right now after that.
Yeah, that might be it.
Because it's like you're no longer a title contender, and you're only saying you're going to fight one more time. What's the point?
Yeah,
just to say goodbye, I guess. But
he just got knocked out pretty bad on the ground, like pretty brutally. I guess it was probably technically a TKO, but like he was getting nailed.
Corner threw in the towel.
Yeah, they did, which was smart. I was happy to see that.
Yeah, glad we're seeing more of that now than we used to.
I agree.
Yeah.
No point taking those types of shots.
At 10 seconds left in the round. Herb Dean right up close on the action. No way he'll mess anything up. All right, and so I got that one. I mean, yeah, you give it to him on the takedown, basically.
Pretty much.
I mean, the stand-up was fairly
decent strikes too.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. Maybe Whittaker that round. Yeah, takedown and the stand-up was close.
Either way.
Yeah, that could be one of like the. If this fight goes the distance, we got to remember how close this round was here, because those seem to be the deciders sometimes.
Good answer from Whittaker, though, when he came back to his corner after the first round, bad body language, lost confidence, and then came out after that, did pretty well. So,
Yeah. I like Eugene Behrman a lot, the Adesanya's coach,
yeah.
with Volkanovski and Hooker and all those guys. All right, round 3 about to start. Probably, I mean, I'd say, yeah, probably 1-1 going into the third.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
On commentary, Cormier's, I think, given the nod to Adesanya, but they're saying it was really close.
Definitely a better round for Whittaker. I like that approach a lot more, and that's why I was so curious as to how he would just change things in general, much less from round to round.
What do you think the game plan for Whittaker should be, Sean? You think he should keep trying to get success, like with the stand-up getting in close, or go for another takedown here?
Either or. I mean, if you get in close, you're probably going to try for the takedown, but I would probably use the jab and an uppercut to set up. Like if you're throwing the uppercut, you're going to be in good position to grab some underhooks, or maybe try to grab a body lock and press forward with your momentum anyway. So I'd probably try to rush in with a little bit of that, because even if you get caught coming in, you're still standing much of a better chance than having Adesanya pick you apart at such a great distance. And we're seeing Whittaker do that.
Yeah, and just a second ago, Whittaker caught one of Adesanya's kicks and jabbed him in the face. I think Whittaker's getting a lot more confidence here.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's almost like Adesanya looks a little surprised himself.
I think he should go for another takedown.
It seems like he's trying to get in close. I think he might fear the knee or something like that.
They've both attempted some oblique kicks too. That always scares me, seeing those.
Yeah.
Looks sketchy. Oh, so Whittaker went in for a jab and Adesanya countered with like a right hook there.
Whittaker's definitely hitting him with the jab, though.
Yeah.
Look how red Whittaker's knees are.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, okay.
He's going for it, and I don't know. I don't think I would fear Adesanya tapping him out or anything. It's just But you got to make an effort to get in close. It's just not going to work out for Whittaker if he's at a distance with Israel Adesanya.
Agreed.
Adesanya went for a head kick. Whittaker catches him and takes him
Nice.
down.
There we go.
Gets his back, but Adesanya's back up to his feet. Whittaker is still hanging off his back, though.
God has that leg laced. Wouldn't give it up.
Whittaker's
Still
got
working
us.
that takedown. With
Yeah,
the
against the
waist
cage.
lock, pushing forward, driving up
Adesanya's-
against the cage.
And Adesanya had just his fingers touching the mat so he couldn't get kneed in the head there for a second. That's the lamest loophole in fighting. Like I get why they do it. Like I understand the strategy there, but like, yeah.
We're getting that rematch pretty soon, right? Sterling and Jan.
Yeah.
That happened
Sterling-
with them.
In the same card as
April.
Volkanovski and Korean Zombie. So 2 big title fights on that one. That's in
Yeah. April.
So yeah, so the next one is Masvidal and
Colby.
Cole, and then the one after that is that one.
Yep.
Yeah, got some good cards coming up.
Masvidal and Colby is March 5th, and then Revolution is March 6th. So that's going to be a fun weekend.
It's going to
Hell
be
yeah.
nuts.
Awesome.
Where's the Colby Masvidal fight at?
Florida.
I was gonna say it's got to be Florida.
Jacksonville. It's Jacksonville.
Oh,
Daly's place.
Right?
Well, I don't even know what else is on that card yet. What's the co-main, Doug? Do you know off the top of your head?
Yeah, it's what just got canceled. RDA versus whatever that guy's name is. I can't remember off the top of my head.
That's right.
And
So
then
that was supposed to be
also-
that was supposed to be a fight night main event, and now it's a 5-round co-main for that
Bryce
card.
Mitchell versus come on. Why can't I think of his name? He's been around forever. Edson Barbosa.
Well, that's a great fight.
Shout out to the
Bryce
time
Mitchell,
Bryce
that's
Mitchell got his nutsack tangled in a power drill.
Yeah, that's such a story. Oh my god.
Anybody listen to his rap mixtape that he dropped?
No, I haven't.
I am afraid that I missed that.
Yeah. Okay, is it better or worse than Woodley rapping?
I mean,
Okay,
they're both pretty bad.
it's comparable. It sounds like.
Also on that card, Kevin Holland and Greg Hardy.
Oh, okay.
Greg Hardy's still around, eh?
Yeah.
Kevin Holland's fighting a Cowboy, right? Charles Oliveira Cowboy. Not
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira, the why am I
Yeah,
mixing my names up.
Now you got me thinking that also.
Alex.
Alex Oliveira.
Alex
yeah.
Oliveira, thank you.
And I stick with this too. I've been saying it for years. I don't know how they missed the boat on it, but they did Cowboy Cerrone versus Cowboy Oliveira at one point, and they did not do like a winner keeps the Cowboy nickname. Like sometimes you just gotta understand that this is basically pro wrestling, just with real fights.
100%. 100%.
I mean, Colby and Jorge is in the American top team explodes.
Exactly.
Got Izzy 2 rounds to 1.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Yep. And let us know in the chat. Got some super chats. We got 2 rounds left in the fight. Let us know what you're thinking. Man, good
body kick
by
from Adesanya, but he's eating more punches than he was in the first round for sure.
I think if I was Whittaker, I'd go for another takedown if I could. Like, I just don't know if he's gonna be able to. Even though he is having success with the jab and stuff, I just don't think he's gonna have enough success. Yeah, there's another takedown from Whittaker right there.
Nostradamus.
He's got him backpacked on the feet.
This is a good spot for Whittaker. Really good spot for Whittaker. But
Whittaker's
there we go.
Trying to get his arm underneath the chin.
Adesanya's turned his chin a little bit, getting it away from there. Those gloves make it very difficult.
Oh,
and
he was close.
Whittaker, he was close. He was close to locking it in, but man,
Tremendous defense.
Wow.
I'll tire you out though with a dude on your back like that.
Oh yeah. Adesanya looks a little shook too, just kind of like in his face and his movement. He looks like almost like I'm not saying he came into this not taking it seriously by any means, but like he does seem like now it's like, what's going on here?
Well, I mean, keep in mind he put him away in round 2, the first fight. So now it's like, this isn't what he planned on.
Championship rounds.
Yes, sir.
It's championship rounds, but the intensity isn't really there. Like for me, for Adesanya, he's just kind of just chill, pick him apart, kind of like just taking his time. No real like sense of urgency that he could possibly be losing or anything like that. Which I'm not saying he is, but he's definitely not trying to put him away.
And Whittaker keeps having success just like throwing these like 2 or 3 jabs, just going in real quick and just throwing them and getting out of there.
And I mean, honestly, Juliana picked Amanda apart with the jab. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, the jab is a huge weapon if it's used correctly.
Man, these kicks.
Adesanya whiffed a head kick. But yeah, they're landing a lot of leg kicks. Whittaker pretty much is just throwing the same combo over and over, but Adesanya like is getting hit by a lot of it.
Yeah.
Man, Taylor, this is just another really close round.
Yep.
This is the fifth
Not
round.
as clear cut as it was looking just in the first round. Like it was going to be Adesanya pretty well controlling things. I didn't know if Whittaker would be able to adjust, and I think he's done a pretty solid job of adjusting.
Yeah. I feel like he's doing a good job of hanging in there, but it's like it's not enough to win.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. He's threatening at times, which is
Right.
nice.
Oh, another.
And these championship fights in the late rounds, like I'm always going to lean towards like the champion. I think as a challenger, you got to like really, really earn it.
Yeah,
to,
I
like,
agree.
sway me.
I agree with that, but like it just doesn't always go that way.
Right.
Nope.
You know, like I think that should be taken into account to a degree as well. Though I'm with you. Didn't that just happen really
The
recently?
Rock's watching. No, not us. Them.
Wait, what?
He's a big fan of Fightful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you talked to him, Sean, or like you've tweeted with him before?
Yeah, like here and there. I think over a couple of things. I know one was over the Brahma Bull belt that never made it to WWE TV. But yeah, need to score an interview with him in the future. I think maybe I can if we expand our coverage a little bit.
And yeah, they never had that on TV, but they put it in the video games and you get replicas of it.
Yeah.
I know that because Wrestle Rumble every now and then will have a Brahma Bull up for grabs. So.
Love Wrestle Rumble. I don't know if they ever released the toy of it, but when they had planned on actually having that title, they had planned on releasing a toy of it too, like a plastic version, because on some of the figures that I've collected, it's on the back of the box.
Someone out there's got a prototype somewhere at the very least.
For sure, because there was a physical edition of it shown.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love when that kind of stuff pops up. Like I saw like those wrestling buddies that recently surfaced.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
We got 4:30 of the fifth round for those of you watching. Sorry, go ahead, Romeo.
Could this fight possibly maybe be even after 4?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, very possible.
Would that Brahma Bull belt been from Jax?
Yeah,
I would think so.
Yes, it would have been.
For the Bone Crunchers. Was that Bone
Crunchers?
Crunchers?
It was right around the era when they switched from Bone Crunchers to Titantron Live.
Titantron, yeah.
I put a link in the chat or the private chat.
Are you getting rid of your
Only if I get like a big offer. Yep,
Gotcha.
That's the one. That's that foam title. Like if somebody comes along and offers me like $3,000 for my Bone Crunchers, which I've got hundreds and hundreds of, including like there's ones that I have multiple of that I see at Toy Vomit. Toy Vomit severely underprices things because they're just great. And like some of these, like these Razor Ramones will be out there loose for like $50. And I got like 2 or 3 Executioners and DOA skulls, which are almost impossible to find anymore. Yeah, if somebody makes me a I wouldn't even say a too good to be true offer, just a good offer, I probably will.
Very cool. And then you can get on some NFTs.
Who's to say I'm not already? Who's to say that this show where we're discussing NFTs won't become an NFT?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that. I love the way you think, Sean.
Yeah. Anybody want to pay me for that? Drop it in the chat. We'll do it. I don't even know how to go about doing it, but we'll figure it out. Can't be that hard.
What the hell happened
So
there?
we got timeout here. I think it was an eye poke to Whittaker, but also Herb Dean seemed a bit unsure as to what was going on as well.
Whoa.
Shocker.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Herb Dean didn't even know he was at the fight.
Guys, y'all are
Yeah.
hard on him.
I only am because
Speaking of hard on, check out bluechew.com and the code Fightful.
Yes. It's just in recent months, especially, he's just been really weird about his being gun shy on actually stopping fights.
Oh, takedown!
You have another takedown by Whittaker, and Adesanya's up again, but I mean,
This
I
fight
think
is
it's
close,
totally,
and I don't see like a clear winner on either side. Honestly,
I honestly think if Whittaker can take him down again and win this round, he could very well win a decision.
I already feel like it's going to be a split decision.
Rubber match.
We've had a couple of split decisions tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a nice knee.
Oh, nice left by Whittaker.
That got him.
Yeah, someone get a finish here. I don't even want the controversy.
Right.
Good combo by Whittaker on the entry.
Izzy's face is pretty swollen too.
All right, we got 1 minute left in the fight. Whittaker going for another takedown.
Trying.
Doesn't get it, but he's got Adesanya up against the cage. Yeah, I mean, Whittaker's definitely won this round up to this point. Unless Adesanya does something big here in the last 40 seconds.
I agree, yeah.
Good thing Adesanya got that contract.
Yeah, I mean, because it's been a minute since he's finished someone too now.
Yeah.
Crowd booing.
Savages.
Oh man, Adesanya's trying to hype the crowd up, but yeah, wow. So this fight's good. This is
Going to the decision.
Wow. Okay, official picks here, y'all. I'll start with you, Doug. Who wins this fight?
I mean, because he's the champion, I feel like that they're going to give it to Adesanya, but I could argue that Robert Whittaker won that fight.
Yeah, Sean.
I think it's Adesanya pretty clear for me.
Yeah, Romeo.
Adesanya or Houston Riots.
And what was are you still in the game for this, Romeo? Did it matter? If Adesanya.
No. I'm done.
Oh yeah, you had a
Onward to the
stompage.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Super Bowl for a second before we get out of here. Rob, who you got in this one?
Israel.
Israel, man. I honestly think Whittaker did enough to win on the scorecards. I don't like it though because I don't want the title to change
Adesanya.
here.
Yeah, I think it's an Adesanya win.
I wouldn't be disappointed either way, but
There'd be some controversy.
It's like the rounds that Adesanya won, he won clearly.
Yeah.
But then there was a couple that were just real close. And round 5, I think was
the ones that are
definitely
real
Whittaker.
close. The ones that are real close are Whittaker, and to me, it's a lasting impression in the judge's eyes.
Yeah.
Looking at these stats on the screen. 4 takedowns.
mean, that was a good fight, though. A close fight.
It was good. It just doesn't really feel like it solved anything. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'd prefer Izzy to get the nod here, like for the sake of the division and everything, because I don't necessarily want to see a third fight between the two.
Right.
Here we go.
Yeah, cards are about to get read. Here we go. Dana is in the octagon, unlike the Ngannou fight.
Convenient.
Unanimous decision.
Israel.
Sounds like two of the judges had it 3 rounds to 2.
Adesanya gets the
Adesanya.
W.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3 rounds to 2, and then I guess 4-1 on the other scorecard. So yeah, good for Adesanya. Like, I have no issue at all with that. That was a close fight.
That's an all right fight.
Champ
Yeah.
wins.
All right.
Yeah. I'm glad that we got Tuivasa before that, though. That was like the big. That Tuivasa Lewis fight was a lot of fun. We got Cormier interviewing Adesanya right now. See what he's got to
On
say.
to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, good luck, Sean.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Sean and Romeo, both fans of.
Believe in Joe.
Yeah. I'm against y'all only because Kevin O'Connell is going to be the Vikings head coach and he's the Rams coordinator, and I want like that momentum to come to Minnesota. But I do, for the sake of, I mean, it's cool as hell that y'all are in the Super Bowl, and it gives teams like the Vikings hope that we could one day also go from a team that wasn't very good to a Super Bowl team with the right players. So.
You should root for him to lose, so he'll be hungrier.
I don't know, man. I've had so
The
much
reverse
disappointment. My whole thing is I just want to see the Vikings win a Super Bowl before I die. Like, that's like the whole thing, just one time. But I think the Bengals story this season is incredible. And you're set up for a long time too.
Yeah,
Me and Doug were talking about the other day, like with the salary cap and everything, like y'all are sitting pretty there too. Like, you can have a great team for a long time.
57 million in cap space for next year.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's similar to Fightful's cap space.
Wait, what? What did Adesanya say? I don't think he really like made a call out or anything there.
He said, "I'm going to piss in the octagon next time I'm here." What?
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's like, he's the big dog in this something in the yard or something like that.
Yeah, he's done that joke before, or that analogy before. Whittaker talking to Daniel Cormier right now.
He said that there's a pay-per-view in June, so that's what he's kind of eyeing.
Oh, okay. Probably him and Cannonier next, I'm guessing.
I would think so.
You don't think so?
I would think so.
Oh, you would think so. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Yeah, he's the only one who hasn't fought Izzy that's in the mix.
And he earned it tonight.
Yeah, just got a big knockout.
I think Strickland's in the mix. He's won 6 in a row.
Heading out, fellas. BlueChew.com code Fightful. Thank you all so much.
See ya.
Yeah, Sean, good luck at the Super Bowl, man.
Sean.
See you.
We'll hang out here for the rest of this Whittaker interview, and then we'll get a couple closing thoughts, and we'll head on out. Thank y'all very much for hanging out with us tonight. If you have any last-minute super chats that you want us to read out or any questions you want us to answer or anything, we'll make sure to do that before we get out of here. Whittaker saying it is what it is. He's beat me twice now.
Says we're the 2 best in the world.
Yeah. And he's not out there like complaining or anything, but you can kind of tell he probably feels like that was a close one. I mean, 3 rounds to 2 on 2 of the scorecards. I mean,
he said he was surprised by the decision.
Oh, did he? I missed that part. Okay.
Bro.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say I was surprised, but I think he has a case, but there was absolutely no robbery. It was nothing like that.
And it also depends on what the judges favor. If the judges favor striking, then Izzy's going to definitely, win that. But if the judges were looking at the takedowns and like octagon control and aggressiveness and all that stuff, then Robert Whittaker has a case that he won the fight.
Yeah.
Respect earned.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right. Well, before we get out of here, Rob, tell everyone where to find you.
You can find me on Twitter at Rob Wilkins. Otherwise, on every Friday, I have a show called Coexisting that comes on Fightful Overbooked, new show that I host. Other than that, I do coverage for AEW, Dynamite, and Rampage on Fightful.com, along with SmackDown and NXT. But you can pretty much always catch me doing something on Fightful.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us again tonight, Rob. Romeo, tell the people where to find you.
True Heel Romeo on Twitter and Instagram, over on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. Earlier today, we dropped True Heel Heat 162 with special guest Rick Uccino. And you could also catch me on the Fightful Overbooked YouTube channel with True Rewind. Comes out Sundays. We'll have a new episode later on today.
Awesome. Good stuff. Thank you once again, Romeo, for joining us again today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Doug, where can the people find you?
Just follow me on my YouTube channel, RVD Tito for Life. Me and Steven do a live show every Wednesday. Talk about all things AEW.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. Why did I say Wednesday?
Well, we talk about AEW.
Right.
Lot, yeah.
It's a weird setup too, because like we're promoting AEW and then we review AEW, but it's a long drought since before it's happened. But anyways, you can check us out there, and it's always a fun time, good show. Me and Steven definitely cover all things MMA and pro wrestling.
Yes, that's live rounds every Tuesday on the RVD Tito for Life YouTube channel. Thank you, Doug, for joining us again today on Fightful Fight Night. Y'all can find me on Twitter at FightTalk_, FIGHTTALK_. There's been a lot of great indie wrestling this weekend. Highly recommend checking out independentwrestling.tv. If you want to use code FightTalk, all is one word, no spaces. You don't get anything for free for using it. I've had a lot of people ask me. There used to be a free thing with it. Now it basically just helps support me. It's just a way for them to know that I sent you their way, and I would really appreciate it. If it's something you're going to do anyways, throw my code in there and enjoy some independent wrestling, especially if, you found out the platform because of me. And a lot of that might have to do with the Fightful Select Weekender podcast. That's every Sunday. I'll probably record tomorrow. I have a breakfast of my stepmom's birthday, so I'm going to try to get it out tomorrow. And I know there's a Super Bowl tomorrow too, so there's a lot going on. I'll probably have it up tomorrow. If I don't, it'll be Monday. But either way, look out for the Fightful Select Weekender. I'll be talking a lot of independent pro wrestling. Every Thursday on the main channel for Fightful, myself and Jeremy Lambert do the Spotlight. We spotlight a bunch of different things in professional wrestling. It's a lot of fun. And we do interviews with like YouTube creators and people who are involved with writing wrestling, and we interview wrestlers as well. And we have a big one potentially lined up soon too. So just stay tuned for that. Check out the Twitch every Thursday. Myself and Joel Pearl do Mario Kart. That's Thursday nights on Fightful's Twitch, twitch.tv/Fightful Gaming. Everything else I got going on, I'll just keep updated on my Twitter. So thank you all very much for joining us tonight for UFC 271. We'll be back next time for UFC 272. That's going to be main evented by Jorge Masvidal versus Colby Covington. So stay tuned to Fightful for everything we got going on in the world of pro wrestling and MMA. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time on Fightful Fight Night.